Final note from Dr. Jordan here in this section. He says the slavery in view is, in part at least, the enslavement of unbelievers by the covenant people of God. For some reason, this notion is offensive to many modern Christians. And I know it's very offensive to those who are not Christians. But speaking in regards to Christians, they do not wish to think of themselves as ruling over people who reject the faith. Yet this is precisely what is prophesied here. Those faithful to God will in time be predominant in the world. And the rebels will simply be forced to submit to godly government. Christians should not shrink from, but rather rejoice in the promise that they will enslave the wicked. That is a heavy statement, and I'm sure it is offending a lot of people who are listening to it right now. But you must think of it in the context that the one who is the slave to sin loves his sin, and it is rebellion against God, and it is a rebellion against a righteous authority, God's holy authority. And then there are God's chosen people who are an authority, especially in spiritual matters. Do we deserve today, in this day and age, to enslave people who reject the faith? No. Why? Because it is illegal, and our current authorities are against it, as our laws are, and rightly they should be. Why? Because we have a whole history behind us as people today, as modern people, that says that man cannot handle it because man perverts it and uses it wrongly. But you can see here that even in the Bible, throughout even the Psalms, you see David rejoicing when God conquers the wicked. He rejoices in what God's judgments are going to be on the wicked. It's not for David's enjoyment. And Christian, it is not for your enjoyment. It is not for your pleasure that the wicked be enslaved or that the wicked suffer for their sins. It is for the honor and glory of God. It is not about ourselves. So when the wicked suffers, we don't take joy in that. We don't take joy in the enslavement of the wicked. We take joy in the fact that God vindicates himself and that God keeps his promises, that the guilty by no means will go unpunished. And if you, sinner, would simply, you slave, would simply submit to God's authority, you'd be free. It is not oppressive. You oppress yourself in your sin. Sin is oppressive. You as a slave are oppressed by that sin. And the slaves in the Old Testament that we're talking about here did not want to submit to the authority of God. And if they had, they would be free. So I call you as well to let go of your control, because you have none, and submit to the Lord Jesus Christ. And you will be saved. And you will be free. You will not be free, but you will be free to do what is right, to honor the Lord your God, because he is your creator, and he is the one who gives you life. And he is the one who sustains that life, whether you love him or not. We'll continue next time with some more scriptures that speak to slavery, and we'll get into again, some more of the types of that and relating it to today and to us today and putting it into practical terms. I hope this is being helpful to some of you. I know that with some of the conversations I've been having in comment sections that some of you just will not get this. and that's fine. I don't expect you to agree with me. I don't expect you to agree with the Bible. But I do expect people to be courteous and respectful in their comments. Most of them have been pretty good, actually, so far. And I do enjoy the conversation. So I do welcome your comments, and I'll answer whatever I can and clear up whatever I can as well. So I'll see you next time.